Hi, my name is Frida Alejandra Cepeda Castillo, and I'm going to talk about motor neuron disease. Okay, first of all, what's the motor neuron disease? Motor neuron disease is a rare condition that progressively damages parts of the nervous system. This leads to muscle weakness, often with visible wasting. And what's another name for MND? Another name for MND is amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS. After this, we have the reading. Motor neuron disease is a rare condition that progressively damages parts of the nervous system. This leads to muscle weakness, often with visible wasting. Motor neuron disease, also known as amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, occurs when specialized nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord called motor neurons stop working properly. This is known as neurodegeneration. Motor neurons control important muscle activity such as gripping, walking, speaking, swallowing, and breathing. As the condition progresses, people with motor neuron disease will find some or all these activities increasingly difficult. Eventually, they may become impossible. The initial symptoms of MND usually develop slowly over time. As motor neuron disease progresses to its final phase, a person with the condition will probably experience increasing body paralysis. Additional symptoms that aren't directly caused by the condition but are related to include depression, insomnia, and anxiety. It's not clear what causes motor neurons to stop working properly. In about 5% of cases, there is a family history of MND or a condition called frontotemporal dementia. This is known as familial motor neuron disease. In most cases, a person with MND won't have a family history of the condition. This is known as sporadic motor neuron disease. Some cases may be caused by problems with the glial cells, which means that the motor neurons no longer receive the support and nutrition they need to function normally. The mitochondria in the motor neurons of people with MND seem to become abnormal. There's evidence that the motor neurons may have become more sensitive to glutamate, resulting in damage to these cells. Now we have some answers that are according to the reading, and I'm just going to show the answer of the question. Now we have the listening. Once we've listened the audio, we need to complete the sentences.
Motor neuron disease, MND, is a condition which affects the nerve cells, neurons, causing weakness in the muscles that gets worse and eventually leads to paralysis. It is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis or ALS. What causes MND? The cause is not known, although around 1 in 10 cases are familial, meaning the condition is inherited. You can't catch it from somebody. MND symptoms. MND usually starts slowly, sometimes starting on one side of the body, and then spreading. Usually, the first things people notice are weakness in the hands and grip, slurred speech, weakness in the legs, and a tendency to trip, weakness of the shoulder, making lifting difficult, cramps and muscles twitching. Later on, people with MND have little or no movement, have trouble talking, breathing and swallowing. A few people with MND develop a type of dementia. If you have MND, your sense of sight, touch, smell, hearing, and taste won't be affected. MND diagnosis. MND can be hard to diagnose when the symptoms first appear because at first, it seems like a lot of other conditions. Your doctor may refer you to a neurologist who will examine you and do various tests. These may include blood tests, muscle biopsies, studies to measure how well your nerves and muscles work. MND treatment. There is no cure. Because of this, doctors and others will help you by easing your symptoms and keeping you as mobile as possible for as long as possible. Most people with MND die within 2 to 3 years of developing the condition, however some people can live a long time.
Now we have the video. The video is linked in the references, and I'm going to continue. Quiz. According to the video, we have 5 questions, and I'm going to show the answers. Okay, now we have the references. The first link is the video that I show for the quiz. The length of the video is 3 minutes, and my vocabulary is gripping, and the meaning of gripping is taking a powerful hold upon one's interest or feelings. Familial, that meaning is tending to occur in more members of a family than expected by chance alone. Inherited, that the meaning is to receive from a parent or ancestor by genetic transmission. Swallow is to take through the mouth and esophagus into the stomach. Slurred is a shaming or degrading effect. Trip, to make a mistake or false step. And within, that meaning is in or into the interior.